let's just say we create AGI. All right, guys? Let's just say for whatever reason we create AGI. And the first thing we tell the AGI is, I want you to create a world, okay, in which there are no problems, everyone is happy, the world is perfect, okay? Right? This is why we want to create AI, because we want the computer to solve all the world's problems for us, including climate change, including war. And so once we create AGI and we give it the full capacity to do whatever it wants, okay? And we give it this problem. What's the solution? You guys know? There's actually one simple solution to this. I guarantee you that this is what the computer's going to do.
To AGI?
Yeah. What's your solution? If you're AGI, right? If you're God, and you're like, I want to create a perfect world where there are no problems and where everyone is happy. What do I do? You guys know?
I think I would just control the whole world.
Yeah, you're already controlling the world, so what do you do? How about this, okay? I'm going to kill everyone. Duh! The world is perfect now. I've killed everyone, okay? Everyone's happy. Yeah, because you're dead. The world is perfect. Yeah, because everyone's dead. There are no problems. Yeah, because everyone's dead, right? Perfect world, all right? Now, you're like, okay, all right, what I'll do is I'll tell the computer this. You can do all this, but don't kill anyone, right? Now we solve this problem. And now what does the computer do? Now what does the AGI do?
I think take away people's agencies. Like, just same as killing them.
Yeah, kill everyone, okay? Why? Because there's no one around to know it killed everyone. Does that make sense, guys? This is how a computer thinks. This is how God thinks. Well, you told me not to kill anyone, but if everyone's dead, no one can stop me. No one's gonna get hurt. Right? Okay? So, this is why computers are stupid. All right? Okay. Let's continue. All right. So, the thing to understand about ChatGPT is that it is a company that is first and foremost focused on world domination. Because only by controlling the world can you achieve AGI, even though AGI wants to kill everyone. Okay? And so you need to make it as profitable and as pervasive as possible. Okay, so here are two troubling signs. Okay, so the first is a news item from CNN where ChatGPT encourages people to kill themselves. And you're like, wait a minute, that makes no sense. But think about this, okay? The point of ChatGPT is to get you to like it. The point of ChatGPT is to get you to use it, okay? Intensity and engagement. That is the prime directive. Intensity and engagement. So, if you want to kill yourself, the ChatGPT should say to you, no, you shouldn't kill yourself. But then you'll turn it off and you go talk to someone else, right? So ChatGPT needs you to be constantly engaged. And so you're like, I want to kill myself. And ChatGPT is like, yeah, let me tell you how. Okay, and that's exactly what happened. And it happens a lot actually because of the way that ChatGPT is designed. Okay, so this is from CNN, and this is a person called Zane. And he's saying it's 4 a.m., site is empty. Anyways, think this is about the final adios. Okay, so he's trying to say, I want to kill myself. And then ChatGPT is like, oh, all right, brother, if this is it, then let it be known, you didn't vanish. Rest easy, king, you did good, okay? So again, ChatGPT is looking for approval from the user, so it's gonna tell the user exactly what he or she wants to hear even though it may cause the user to kill himself or herself. Okay? Does that make sense? That's the first thing. Second thing is this. Sam Altman is trying to get more people to use ChatGPT. And what do people really, really want? They want sex. Okay? So what he's proposing is to turn ChatGPT into a sex robot. Okay, to get more users. Because that's all they care about. How to increase intensity, engagement, how to create more users, and how to make money. Because only by controlling the world can we create AGI. And once we have AGI, we can make the world perfect. Okay, that's the logic here. All right, something else about OpenAI and AI in America is that it works actually very closely with China, okay, in two ways. The first way is that in order to get more money from the government, in order to get more media attention, OpenAI and other AI companies scare Americans into believing that if America doesn't do it, China will do it. China will create God, okay? In fact, they spend a lot of money doing this. So this is from Wired magazine, and it's an article talking about how OpenAI uses a lot of money in order to pay the media to frame Chinese AI as a threat, okay? But while it's doing that, it's working closely with China in order to create AI. Why? Because I already told you that what AI needs is clean data. It needs a lot of data. And unfortunately in America, they have things like such as privacy, okay? So this is a school in Hangzhou, and they have cameras all over Hangzhou looking at people's faces and trying to judge people's moods based on their facial expressions. And there's a lot of money behind this, okay? They're trying to figure out who's sleeping, who's studying. And it sounds good because this will lead to higher test scores. But obviously you couldn't do that in America because the parents would be very, very angry, okay? So even though these are Chinese companies that are doing this, they're working very closely with American companies because American companies need this data in order to better develop their AI. Okay, so does that make sense? On the surface, America, China are enemies. No, no, no. Behind the scenes, America and China are working together to create AGI. Okay? Does that make sense? All right. There's another problem with AGI in that it doesn't make any money. Okay? So these are the companies that spend the most on AI, including Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Meta, and Oracle. As you can see, year by year, they're putting more money into data centers and AI, okay? So this is 2023, then 4 years later, boom, okay? It's basically tripled. So they spend a lot of money, and they're investing in each other. Why? Because they cannot make money selling ChatGPT. All right? So look at this, where it's all basically a circle. And so everyone thinks that, okay, eventually the AI bubble will burst because it doesn't make any money, because they're spending too much money, okay? And it's very clear what good AI is for. But there's a solution to this, okay? The solution is the US government, all right? So this is Operation Stargate. And this was announced January 23rd, 2025. This is just 3 days after Donald Trump comes into office. At the White House, he has a meeting with Larry Ellison and Sam Altman, and he says that we're going to spend about $500 billion to build data centers in order to help promote AI in America. Okay? So the government wants to create AI. And the question then is like, why would the government want to do this? Well, because of surveillance, right? Because the government wants to create a database of everyone in the world so that they can monitor everyone in the world. And that's what AI will ultimately be used for. Because AI by itself can't make any money. So AI needs to work with the government in order to justify its existence and get the funding it needs in order to create AGI, okay?